Is that going? Yeah, that's going.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. We are here. It is the podcast you all know and love by the name of Really Bitch. Okay, so we have some housekeeping to take care of before we drop into these topics, because there's been a lot of shit going on that we got to talk about.
Where are we even going to start?
Yeah, I don't even know. But the first thing I want to talk about is I just want to remind everybody that this is Teacher Appreciation Week coming up. So if you have any teachers in your life, make sure you show some love. Teachers appreciate anything. You can just do a handwritten note, and you don't have to spend no money. But we appreciate gifts too.
Hey,
so make sure that y'all
Classic
spread.
is a teacher.
You're a hater.
What?
I also want to thank everybody who's been visiting the what we doing?
I'm a little short.
Just a little bit. She's on the couch. We're on chairs. We're going to get it together. I want to also thank everybody who's been coming to the YouTube site. We got a lot of great feedback on our Avengers review. Poor Will had to sit through that with me.
The pain was real, people. If you wanted to know, it was real.
And if you haven't checked it out, go to the YouTube page and check it out, because it was a real reaction in the moment.
And
right after the movie.
I just watched it. They went to movies together and saw, and I just watched it.
Because she just saw it, so she didn't want to get it, because there are spoilers.
Yes.
So if you have not seen it, although I don't know who hasn't,
it.
because it hasn't already hit $1 billion or something like that? Something crazy?
If it ain't, it's real. It's knocking at the door. It's real close. Yeah.
Okay.
So I just watched the movie yesterday. So I just watched the review of these two, and they are hilarious. Oh
and we invited, just for the record, we invited Mink, but she had some other commitments that day.
Wow.
We did invite Mink.
For those of y'all can't see the video, I think her face says otherwise.
Yes, I did. I sent the text to everybody.
I know. You did. I was joking. You see?
Emotions.
I know. She said emotional. It's okay.
I am emotional. You would think shut up. I'm not gonna go down that road. All right, I'm just gonna drop into these topics, because when I tell you that everybody just been cutting up, everybody has been cutting up.
And thanks for everybody. I appreciate it. That Captain Marvel is confirmed. All right.
Oh yeah. I've gotten a lot of messages about that is Captain Marvel.
I like being right
at the end, and so I let him know that y'all told me.
On the next tell pager.
On the next, right, on that sky page. Yo, that.
Mike Jones. Sorry, good.
No, okay. I'm just gonna throw names out, and we're just gonna see where it goes. We didn't even prep for this. I just made the list because I was like, everybody know what's going on.
This gonna be good.
So I'm just gonna throw some names out. How we feel about Bill Cosby, the verdict?
Sorry. I'll let y'all go.
I seen a meme that said if you want to convict Bill Cosby of crimes that he committed 40 years ago, whatever, then a woman who lied on Emmett Till, when do we start her trial date?
Then did she confess on her deathbed?
Yeah, I think
she died.
Either she dead or she damn near dead at this
point.
Shit,
ain't he damn near dead?
I wouldn't.
Well,
I don't know if I would say he dead. Okay, so here's the thing.
Sure.
Here's what pisses me off about, because I've already said my piece. But here's what pisses me off about the whole Bill Cosby thing: the deflection. Nobody is saying that our criminal justice system is perfect, and nobody is saying that everybody who's supposed to be in jail is in jail, and vice versa. There's a whole lot of people in jail who shouldn't be. We get that.
Right.
But why do we have to compare convicting someone, a predator, a sexual predator? Why do we have to compare that to all the other wrongs in the world? I saw that meme too, and I'm just like, what the fuck that got to do with Bill Cosby drugging women and taking it? Like, what the? Like, okay, first of all, who didn't know that the woman was lying on Emmett Till? Like, who didn't know? Like, her confirming it it doesn't fucking mean anything at this point. Everybody else is already dead. Your husband's dead. Emmett Till, obviously. His mama. Everybody else who's a part of that is dead. So, who the fuck cares? And we already know.
It's not about, as far as Emmett Till, it's not about caring about the actual incident itself. It's about the legalities behind it.
But that was a different time and place as well.
It's like, pardon people, about somebody died, you finally didn't commit the crime.
I mean, hell, we can't
pardon them.
We can't get motherfuckers convicted now when the shit is on videotape. So damn sure in 1954 in Alabama, Mississippi, pre-civil rights movement, damn sure no, we wasn't gonna get that. I mean, are you kidding me? So I don't understand why we're comparing it.
Now, I have
got a head cold, y'all. Got a little hot time.
I have not followed the Bill Cosby.
It's good. It's good.
I have not followed the Bill Cosby thing her date regularly. I'll say regularly. So, from my understanding, what I've heard, word on the street is they don't have actual evidence. It's more so here's. I have not followed it. I'm not.
No,
sure.
but that's what I'm telling you. In the first, let me clear up something. In the first trial, there was a deposition that Bill. Okay, let's rewind all the way to the beginning. For all the people who's acting like these women didn't come forward until now, that's not true. A lot of these women came forward in the moment, and the DA refused to prosecute because there was no evidence, and because it was Bill Cosby. So there were women who actually tried to sue Bill Cosby and actually tried to bring charges against Bill Cosby in the moment. So that's the first misnomer. The second misnomer is that Bill Cosby was actually deposed years ago. He was deposed, and in the deposition, he admitted to giving roofies to women to have sex with them and laughed about it. Okay. So in the first trial, that deposition was not allowed in. In the second trial, it was. And if you go back and read what some of the jury members said, they were like, yeah, once we heard the deposition and heard him admit that he did it and laughed about it, that pretty much was a wrap. So my thing is this. I'm not going to get into, like, first of all, I'm so sick of people. He's not Heathcliff Huxtable. He is Bill Cosby. He is not Heathcliff Huxtable. He's not your favorite daddy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm so sick of people trying to act like Bill Cosby can do no wrong because he's Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby ain't paid none of my, no, he ain't paid none of my motherfucking bills. I didn't have a scholarship. Did you have a scholarship?
No.
With all that being said,
I didn't meet the requirements. I was too stupid.
With all that being said,
but if it was a comic book category,
yeah, no, I'm good. I
Go ahead.
Good, but they don't call it higher education now.
If evidence points towards him being guilty, which obviously it did, he was found guilty. To let his old ass go to jail, let's move on to the next.
He'll never see inside of a jail cell. He will never.
So
go to jail.
and that's where I lay issue, because if he's found convicted, if he's found guilty,
he was
going to be convicted, then he needs to do whatever time. If it's his last 5 days, his last 5 years.
I don't think he'll ever go to jail.
You're going against the rule though.
What's the rule?
Just to say that because we black, we're not supposed to we're supposed to support our criminals.
Oh, that's what it is. But no, that's what it is, because the next name I'm going to throw out there is right back is in the same category. But I agree. I just feel, again, I'm just sick of people defending him. I'm sick of people making excuses. And like I said it in one of my other videos, close your eyes, forget it's Bill Cosby, pretend like that's your daughter or your sister or your cousin or your aunt that came to you and gave you that same scenario. Forget that it's Bill Cosby. Now what you going to do?
I will say this. I don't think that his show should be taken off the air. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, Seventh Heaven's still on shit.
Thank you, because he's not the only character in the show. Now, if you want to not show anymore his stand-up comedies and things like that, I'm all for it. But as far as a Cosby Show, there are other lies that were attached to that show that wasn't just about him.
Yeah, because
you just said Seventh
Because
Heaven.
Rudy can't get her residuals no more if the show ain't on.
She need diapers. There are a lot of. There are a lot of other convicted entertainers.
Where'd she go?
She dating
They're married.
Oh, they finally got married.
Oh, well, I thought they got kids and stuff, don't they?
Mm-mm.
No, they don't have any kids. Oh, okay. You know, we're talking about the
No.
She dating Ronald.
Ron from Different World.
No, I got it.
But they like a
but go ahead. I'm gonna tell you your moment. Go ahead.
But I just don't think that his shows be taken off because I believe in goose and gander. So it's going to apply across the board.
I agree with that.
If you're saying that because he has a conviction, regardless of what the charge, he's been found guilty or something, regardless of the charges, that means to pull the show off. There wouldn't be shit on TV to watch.
I agree. Now, like I said, now that I'm I agree with you on that one. I do. All right.
I guess as a dude, I'm supposed to say something.
Well, say something.
Say something
about the whole Bill Cosby thing. Now I went down the whole. Well, I didn't really follow it that much. Most I saw, whatever was online and people were talking about, which none of it made any sense to me.
What the whole he wanted to buy NBC and this was a plan by the white man to bring him down so he couldn't buy the network. That's the dumbest fucking theory I have ever
all of that. Heard. And I took it as I'm like, all right, well, he did what he was doing from back in the day, and all of that, and the life back then. And I'm like, wow. When I heard about it, like, he admitted it in court?
In the deposition, not in court. But
I'm just saying, like, you might as well have just said it in court.
But that's what's dangerous about depositions. I mean, not to switch gears, but that's like with the whole fear with the whole Donald Trump thing is that once you are in a deposition, they can ask you anything, and you can't lie because you are under oath. And so that's what's scary about deposition. You could be being deposed about a fraud case, and they can ask you about, but when you were 10 years old, didn't you
Can I plead the fifth in deposition?
You can plead the fifth.
Fuck that, I'm good. Okay, go ahead.
No, I mean,
go ahead.
I mean, all right, mate. With that, but it was kind of like, all right.
Not y'all, but you know,
Bro.
the people ask my questions.
No, I guess, but it was. I wasn't to a point that like he admitted it. You're on a retrial. It was known before the retrial that he admitted it in the deposition before. I'm like, what did y'all expect to happen?
Right.
This time around.
And my thing is, that's why they retried him. If they didn't think they could get a conviction, they wouldn't have retried him.
And I was just kind of wondering where the
Regardless
extra
of who he is.
And I guess it goes back to what Classic was saying about is they had the image of Bill Cosby being
America's dad,
Jello
pudding,
and apparently he was the voice of black people everywhere at some point. I'm just saying, and saying, well, that's I guess that's the role he supposedly had. Remember, he was back when he was telling us about ourselves,
right? And that's when he lost me. I'm gonna be honest with you. When he went off on his whole, I'm gonna tell black people about themselves. That's when he lost me.
He lost me. I don't know if it's the same time or not, but when he was complaining about living single.
Yeah, talking about it was a bad representation. He was disappointed in Erica Alexander and bitch, please, whatever. He lost me when he started talking about teachers not doing this and teachers not doing that. Because at the time I was teaching at the time, and I was like, "Who the fuck you talking about?" And come down here, do my job for a year, and then we can come back to that conversation.
But my whole thing, but even on that note, I have a problem with just our people in general when it comes to entertainment. The image that we're supposed to have. How can you say this? How can you say that? Well, it's supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be like that. It's black. But when it's any other genre, it doesn't matter. White people make themselves look stupid in entertainment, and it's okay.
Right. But when it's black people,
or be make fun of, or X, Y, and Z, or actually any other culture. I mean, even Asian.
But when it's black people, all of a sudden we supposed to
we have all this dignity.
Yeah, and we supposed to go down with the ship no matter what.
And all that. And I'm like,
I be goddamn.
I'm like, he won't even say something that's funny just because you feel that, well, just make us look dumb because people laughing at it. It's a goddamn comedy.
It's a joke.
It's a joke. It's a goddamn comedy.
All right, well.
Get over yourself.
I'm going to let you get that last word. I'm going to throw another name out.
Ooh.
How we feel about the Mute R. Kelly movement.
Mute R. Kelly?
He's been mute in my house for years.
Me too. Ditto.
Wait, how Bill Cosby beat him to jail? Like, beat him to a conviction?
I saw your tweet.
I'm still trying to figure that out. How did R. Kelly
tweet was like, beat Bill Cosby beat R. Kelly to jail? Something like that. I was like,
how?
Damn.
How was that even possible?
Because...
Here's the thing. Once again, because
he's been guilty since.
I had somebody on my Facebook who was like, because I retweeted or I can reposted the whole Mute R. Kelly article or whatever because it's led by Ava DuVernay, the director, and and this is somebody that I like had some respect for. It's a small human downstairs, my nephew. But this is somebody that I had a lot of respect for. But she was just like, I like his music. I'm going to still listen to it. And I was like, so you cool with supporting... Like, here's the thing. If his song comes on the radio...
He's doing people on the stage, literally.
Right. If his song's on the radio, I'm not saying I'm going to break my neck to turn the channel. But what I am saying is, I'm not buying no more of his music. I'm not, he's... Like, you know what I mean? And I'm going to be real honest. Like, I was all about bumping and grinding. 12 Play was my shit. Like, I played that CD till it died.
Never heard
But... At this point, when you know better, you do better. At this point, I can no longer support somebody who is a sexual predator. And in my mind, that is what he is. He is a sexual predator. And to continue to make excuses and say, oh, well, I like his music, so I don't care. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's crazy.
No,
that's
people seriously have a heart attack.
Right, those people are. And then
serious.
she tried to throw out, like, doctors and nurses and priests. I was like, yeah, but... And I can't take credit for this comment. Somebody else, because they saw it before I did, was like, okay, yeah, we know that they're, like... bad people in the world, but would you continue to send your child to that school if you found out that the teacher was a sexual predator?
Or that doctor. Or
right,
that
you know what I mean? Like, would you continue to go to that church? Like, we can't stop people from being who they are, but it's about how you react once you get the information.
Because fame overrides guilt.
There you go.
I can't take credit for that. I think Gerard Carmichael said that in one of his first stand-up specials.
There it is.
And it was actually based on R. Kelly. It's like,
because that's valid, and that's how, honestly, if you want to go back, that's how this whole Bill Cosby thing got started. Because Hannibal
he was most vile person on earth R. Kelly was until the initial remix came out. Then I was forgiven.
No. He was his career had died until Step in the Name of Love. Then everybody was like, oh, Step in the Name of Love.
You know.
I actually do like that song.
Because I remember the whole Aaliyah thing. And at the end of the day, unfortunately Aaliyah is no longer here to tell her story. However, based on the information that has come out, we know that they forged documents for her to marry him, lied about her age. Her family did not know. Her first fucking album was called Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. So this man was clearly having a relationship with this underage girl who he was in an authority figure over her. He was her mentor. He was her producer. And then in the sex tape, well, a lot of people always want to be like, well, he was never convicted. He wasn't convicted because they couldn't get anybody to testify. None of the girls in the tape were willing to testify. Why? Because he paid them off. But family members identified those girls and were like, these girls are underage. But people understand that DAs only take cases they can win.
Right.
And if they can't get people, you saw how long the case drug on because they were trying to get enough evidence to be able to convict him independently.
Oh yeah, he went on tour while the case was supposed to be going on.
Exactly. The tape itself doesn't. It's like a woman who gets beat up. The police show up. She's clearly been beat up, and she tells the police officer, "Nah, I'm good. I just fell down the steps." The police officer knows that man just beat her ass, but if she's not willing to testify or make a statement, there's nothing, and they didn't see it. There's nothing they could do. So we see the act. Excuse me, y'all. We see the sexual act on the tape, but if nobody in that tape is willing to say I was under 18 at the time of that tape, there's nothing you can do.
There's no date timestamp.
Right. There's and. So anyway, it is what it is. But yeah, so I mean, I like you. He's been muted in my house for a long time.
I've never bought an R. Kelly CD.
I have. I'm
of all the songs that he had, I've never heard that song. I've never heard that CD.
I never owned one. Didn't have to. You just called on the radio and it was on. So
12 play was mine.
I've never heard. And
I did a lot of bumping and grinding to 12 play.
All right.
And of those college years.
Of all the songs that he had. That's out that I like. I think I like maybe 4 of them.
He lost me with "You Remind Me of My Jeep." That was where he lost.
That's where he lost you.
The Jeep thing is where it all went downhill.
Because I was like, "You remind me of my Jeep." Motherfucker, like
beat.
Right.
Yeah,
I was
like, okay.
What?
I'm just saying.
Love my car. Love you too.
Oh no! Don't put me in that. All right.
Who's next?
So we found out that you got to be careful who you surround yourself with because come to find out.
Yo, I just read about this. I'm sorry, I looked at the list.
Yeah. That whole extortion case last year with Kevin Hart and the girl, where everybody was blaming the girl. Come to find out, wasn't the girl.
It was his best friend.
And I mean, they known each other like since before he was Kevin Hart.
But wait, which one was it?
What's his name?
Guy, I heard it in passing on the radio.
You've heard his name because he's in his videos. He's in like he's in his. I want to say he's in the Red Cup. You know, he got his little Red Cup thing.
Red Cup Boys.
What's his name?
What, is it a short one?
Anyway, because the thing I love about how Kevin Hart handled the situation was Kevin Hart went to the FBI and was like, he was like, yeah, I fucked up, but what you ain't gonna do is you're not gonna blackmail me. So he actually went to the FBI and reported the extortion. That's why. Sorry, y'all. That's why he sort of had to come clean. Thank you. Because he reported it, and then they did the investigation. They were able to trace it back to his friend.
See, that's what you're not gonna do. You're not gonna extort me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I respect the fact that he was like,
you want me to call up?
Like, I had to deal with the consequences.
Todd Jackson.
Yeah, but what's his name? Like his
Action
nickname.
Jackson.
That's it, Action Jackson.
What?
Who the fuck is Action Jackson? Action Jackson, I know was.
If you go back and look at his
Carl Weathers. Carl Weathers.
Are we the only 3 people that ever saw that movie? Oh,
that was a good movie.
With Vanity.
Yeah.
I liked it.
It was good.
It was supposed to be a sequel. It never came out.
Oh.
How do you like your ribs?
I don't know if I'm quoting it though.
Right.
It was a good movie. That was a good part.
I can't quote it. But if you go back and look at his Red Cup videos, he's in them. Like, this was his boy. That's fucked up.
I thought.
How can he do that?
He's a comedian? Wait, which one? Hold on.
I think, is he a comedian?
Yeah.
Are you sure? That don't even sound familiar.
How does it not sound familiar? That's him right there. All them pictures with him. That's Action Jackson right there.
I've seen his face before.
Yeah, you've seen him before.
Right, but I have never seen him on, like, stage.
Y'all just have to Google
Anyway,
Kevin Hart
Google,
and Action Jackson.
but
His face
he's
will pop
been
up.
in, I believe.
Okay, no, I know, like, I never knew.
So anyway,
That's
come
what
to
I'm saying,
find out
like,
that that's what happened. So how we feel about? I mean, do you feel differently about the woman? Because everybody's blaming the woman and was trying to say, she just trying to get a come up and da 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 da.
I still blame her. She's fucking a married man. I mean, she still holds responsibility.
Was she not trying to get it?
No, she didn't want any money from him. She didn't. It wasn't her. It was him.
Oh, so
what happened was the guy somehow set up. The guy somehow videotaped Kevin with the girl, not sexually, but they were like bunned up on the couch and stuff like that. Right. He videotaped that, and then he was blackmailing R. Kelly, blackmailing Kevin Hart to release it. Because when I saw it at the time, I was like, well, who is taping that? Because if the two of them are on the couch, it's not her camera. Right. Unless she positioned it or whatever. But come to find out, dude did it. I don't know if dude was in the room or if dude just set the camera up to tape while he wasn't there. But neither here nor there, he was blackmailing Kevin Hart. Was like, I need XYZ amount of dollars off. And remember, Kevin Hart's wife was pregnant at the time. Very pregnant.
He had to know. It was one of his boys.
This video was made with the first wife or the second wife?
No, that's the second wife, the one, Aniko. The one he's married to now.
Well, you know, he done had his issues with.
He was open. It was open that he cheated with the first wife. He was very open about that. Matter of fact, the first wife said Aniko was the mistress. That's what the first wife said.
Yes.
But Nico said it wasn't me. I'm just saying I wasn't there.
I don't see how much it matters.
I don't think it matters either.
No, because his wife made a very good point. You cheated on me with this woman that you and this woman destroyed our marriage. And now you're with her, and we have children, and now I have to trust her to send my children to your house to go stay for the week or the weekend in vacation.
What's she supposed to do to her kids?
But it's okay. If the thing is, if you didn't have respect for yourself, him, our marriage, and not that she's going to do anything to the kids, it's just a point of the pain of it. I have to sit back and watch this. It may be a woman thing, but I have to sit back and. But no, that's the thing about it. Okay, this is the thing. I was married to this man.
Make me understand.
We established. We established all this life. Okay, that's almost the same equivalency of you're married, and just hypothetically, not your current, but hypothetically, your alternate universe you is married.
My what if me?
Your what if you is married.
Comic book reference.
That's that good shit right there.
Comic book reference. Go ahead.
And your husband cheats on you.
His husband?
I'm sorry. Your
That's
wife,
really an alternative universe.
Not that universe.
If I was a man,
Remember that from
the last podcast?
Yeah.
All right.
If I was married to my grandmother.
What in the?
Wait, what? I don't. What podcast was that in?
Right, that was an alternate universe for real.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, my bad.
That was one of 14 million alternate reality.
Right, that was in Doctor Strange's version.
Somebody.
You're married. What? Your wife cheats on you, and then she turns around and cheats on you. You move out. She moves in a man and marries a man that she cheated with. Now he using your lawnmower. All your tools,
raising your kids.
He driving your car. He raising your kids.
Wait,
he got your comic book collection. He got everything.
All right, one. I don't even see. That's too alternate.
He said that's never going to happen.
That's too alternate. I mean, if she do that, that's cool.
You had me to the comic book collection,
right?
I was there with you till then.
And my tools.
Well,
and my car. Yeah, for my electronic equipment.
I was getting ready to say you are not a tool person. My bad.
Just. Damn. All right, that's how you feel? All right, cool.
I'm saying if I want something fixed, you're not the person I would be like, oh, I know Face got that.
If it was your computer, you would call me.
Now, if it was my computer, you'd be on the top of the list. Absolutely.
All right, but anyhow.
Moving on.
It was a little bit too alternate. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
And I get with Tori, that's his first wife. I get where she's coming from.
I would say it went too far. I'm like, is he all of that in my comic book collection? They might have died. I might look.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Me and OJ,
comic book collection.
I'm like, send me to the OJ sale. What sale was he in? Send me to the OJ
sale.
Send me to the OJ suite.
See Block 4.
But the thing about it is, and she might, if he had cheated with somebody, some nameless, faceless woman, their marriage dissolved. And then he started a new relationship with Akiko.
Which is what they're saying happened.
Kiku.
She's saying Aniko says that I don't know how we got off on this, but Aniko says that by the time she met up with Kevin Hart, Kevin Hart was already separated. Tori is saying that you were messing with him while we were still married.
Right.
So It doesn't matter at
See,
this
how
point.
you
I
open the
understand where Tori's
conversation, 'cause
coming
it's
from,
all
though.
like, you know,
Okay, this is my
speculation.
let me-
So you know, it's like whatever.
No, they
My
know what's
husband
up.
decides
No,
to
they
cheat
know the
on
real
me.
deal. They know the timeline.
Hold
Who
up, my
cares?
husband, my husband decides to cheat on me, and he leave me for this bitch, and you move up in my house.
Let's be
Watch how
real.
balance this gets.
I'm about to say, first of all, let's be real. We be getting together bail money and trying
Oh,
to.
ain't no bail money. Ain't no bail money.
She has guns.
Ain't no bail money.
No,
Yeah, I give to Tori
not
because
like video game guns.
she has grown. Because the least thing you be worried about me sending to your house is
They
my
not
fucking
Nerf.
kids. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay, I'm gonna stop that right there. So
Right.
I'm just saying, when rich people have these, I mean, because you would think that that's somebody he could trust. They've known each other for like 12 years. Like you would think that that's somebody you
Yeah,
could trust.
but
Like
he
what do you think made him do it? Let's speculate.
Okay,
What do you think
they're
made
both
him do it?
comedians.
Money?
You both started out your
I mean,
comedians.
do you think he was mad at Kevin? Do you
No.
think he was?
Money?
No.
But-
no.
That's it.
But I mean, is there amount of money that would make you betray your friend? Like, would you be able to portray? Would you be able to betray?
Can I act like him?
Portray Steve like that? I mean, that's your boy. That's your ace. Like y'all get rich, all of a sudden he on the come
excuse
up. You the friend to the friend type situation. Like, is there something that would make you betray him like that? I don't
No.
get it. It ain't
No.
enough money if
No.
that's a real friend.
No, but a real friend. And here's the thing. Here's why I think everybody goes south. Because you can't, you got your friends together, you make it, and everybody else, and then I don't know. It's like they expect you to make them famous.
But my
Like,
thing
you know
is,
what
but
I'm saying?
Kevin. Well, I don't know this to be a fact because I
And
ain't.
he supported,
But it looks
like
like
he
Kevin
supported
takes
them,
care of his people,
right?
though.
Support them, take care of them, but they're not the guy.
But
But
you're not the
everybody
guy.
wanna
You
be
weren't
the
the
guy.
guy.
Right.
Like, you
Hey,
gotta
but two
understand
And now,
that.
if he especially supposed to be a stand-up, he's supposed to be like, well, I'm funnier than Kevin.
No, you're not.
You could be, but guess what? He's
the
already
one that got
he's already
right.
put the work in.
Not only that, but he's the one that's on top
Figure
right
out
now.
yourself.
That
And
doesn't
how
mean
do
that
you-
you can't
and-
get your come up.
But how do you think you're going to be more famous than Kevin following Kevin?
Hey, but two
That's
things
a
a man
valid
gonna betray
point.
his best
That's not even
friend for.
possible. This is not
That's a
possible.
Hey,
valid
but two
point.
things a man gonna betray his best friend for: ass and money.
So maybe he wanted her, and
Either he wanted, he
wanted
go, I
Nico?
know whatever her name is.
A Nico.
Kinunu.
wow. All right. I thought that was bad.
Konnichiwa. I was thinking about a different world. Wouldn't even say that girl name right.
Kinu.
Konnichiwa.
Hey,
Kimasabi. She called her Kimasabi one time. Okay, I'm
So-
sorry. I digress.
So either he wanted her,
Oh, the new girl.
or he wanted the money. And either way,
the money.
he
Money
was
in the
jealous of
cars,
something that Kevin
cars.
had.
Oh, he was just jealous. Jealous got two girls.
Jealousy will do it, won't it?
He got two girls.
Jealousy
And they
will
both
do
hot
it
and he got
every
money.
time.
Either
Jealousy
he
will
was
do it
trying to
every
hit
time.
on either he was what's his name, Action Jackson. Either he was trying to hit on Kinagro. He was trying to hit on her,
She is not gonna get it.
She's not.
or he was
I
trying
don't
to
even got it. At least I'm not trying to say.
Go.
Nico, or he was trying to hit on the side piece.
Oh, you mean like the side?
Yeah, the
Oh.
sides,
He
Now, there
want
could have been a story to that.
and
Matter
because
of fact,
Kevin Hart
you know
was
what?
famous.
You know what? I
Could've
got
been like some New Jack
I
City
got, no,
shit.
I got a scenario.
Give it.
He's the one that brought the side chick around in the first place, and she got in, and then started hooking up with Kevin.
That could be it. That could
Now-
be, like I said,
now-
some New
now-
Jack City shit.
Now he mad.
But he might have used
And
it.
so-
Oh, I'm so and so and so. So you know me, I'm Kevin Hart best friend. And she might think, oh,
Oh,
Kevin
this gonna
Hart.
be good.
So
All right. Well, I think I'm with you. I think we hit it. I
But
think
either
that's what
way,
it
it's
was.
dumb.
He brought the chicken to the entourage. Kevin hit it. He was in his feelings. I think
He
that's
got
what it
mad.
was. I think
Yeah,
it was
that's
some New
still
Jack
dumb.
City shit.
That's-
Ain't that what made dude turn on Nino Brown?
we
That's
was
still-
CMB,
that's-
CMB.
That's still
You
breaks-
don't know some bitch.
But that breaks all dude rules. All.
But that's a
all.
Mitch rule, though.
All.
Not a Mitch, but that's what Mitches do. You know what I'm
Mitches
saying?
do that
That's what
shit.
Mitches
That's
do.
what Mitch-
I mean,
shit.
he cut. I mean, shit.
And he probably thought,
Why?
I'm gonna get back. Now you
Get back
somebody's
how?
Mitch.
Now you done.
Now you somebody's
But
bitch.
he probably thought because Kevin had gone this before and lost his first marriage. Kevin probably was like, I'm not gonna mess with the second time. And then
He
when
probably
messed
thought
it
Kevin
up,
was gonna pay the money and
he thought
not
Kevin
do
was
all of
gonna
that.
pay him up.
Because one wife was pregnant too, like you said, second wife 3, Kevin be all over social media, my rib type shit. He probably thought Kevin was just gonna drop the
Right,
check
my
and
check,
keep it
yeah.
moving, yeah. But like I said, I respect Kevin to be like, look, I'll take the hit, you know what I'm saying? But you not gonna do, because blackmailers never go away.
No,
They spend the money,
Nah,
they come back.
nah,
like that
right.
shit don't never go nowhere.
Like y'all watch the
Plus-
show Good Girls? Also, the show Good Girls.
And
No.
plus,
Okay, never mind. Okay.
and plus, if he was any good at all, or like had any skill whatsoever, he would just smash out on his own.
Right,
Period.
right. Okay, so.
But why? But that's that takes
Well, he got all
that takes
the-
confidence in your own talent.
Well, he can build
That's
his
all I'm
talent.
saying.
He can build his talent and skills up in jails. Now, whether it's jokes or jumps is up on him. But
Jumps. She said jumps. Somebody, you watch Oz, didn't you?
All right, we need to take a quick pause. Hit the pause. Pause it. Don't stop it.
There's no
there's
difference.
no pause.
There is no difference.
But
It's
if you-
stop.
But if you stop it, you gotta start another video.
Yeah, there is no pause.
Okay.
What you want to do?
Pause it. I guess.
At this part, we going.
you said pause it. There's no pause.
She said pause. She said pause again. She keep on saying pause.
Cause when he get ready to leave, I gotta leave.
All right, so we're back from commercial break.
We had to take a pause for the calls. We had a lot of stuff going on.
Wow,
We all good now.
amazing how that worked out.
I know, right? It was a lot going on,
Again,
guys.
you
but
know, with the video, the things that you can't see.
Look how much is missing.
that's
Just saying.
and he don't have no help from me today.
This is
because
me.
I'm sipping on my hot toddy,
It was real.
which ain't hot no more. Anyway,
So she just got tidy.
I just got a toddy. Just got a toddy. All right, so there were two more topics that I really did want to discuss. So the first one is Kanye.
It's 3 more topics.
Oh yeah, I'm bad.
Well,
So
six,
Kanye-
six and one are the same.
Yeah, I did do that. Okay, can y'all get on my agenda?
I'm
Kanye.
sorry.
How we feel about Kanye? We got so many things
I
that we
feel the
could
same.
talk about, but how we feel about it?
I feel the same about Kanye as I did the day before. He said his ignorant stuff, and the day
Uh-huh.
before that.
Could you try to figure out why he was a genius?
Yeah, that was your post on social media. It was
I
like,
want to know.
when did we have a meeting and decide that Kanye was a genius?
I'm still trying to figure it out, and no one could answer the question.
But I didn't answer. But here's my thing: Kanye is a musical genius. Nobody ever said anything about him being a social commentary.
What, like Stevie Wonder?
Yeah, like I do think that Kanye has created some great music.
True.
However,
Yup.
I do. However,
Not a fan. Lena's not a fan.
clearly not.
Not a fan.
But that does not mean
just
that.
like you don't like Beyonce, but go ahead.
Well, I don't. But that doesn't mean that everything he says is like he's still just a regular old dude. And right now he on some fuck shit. Excuse me. Ooh. Right now he on some.
It's okay. You don't have that.
I don't know. Okay, we got a baby in the back, but
We
right.
got it. She good. She way over there in her own zone.
Okay, she got headphones on and stuff. Okay, cool. Right now he's on some fuck shit, and I really feel like this is a publicity
But
stunt.
isn't
I
he
believe
always
that
on some fuck shit? Like,
he knows exactly. He's not an idiot. He knows exactly what he's doing, but he's also an attention whore, and we know that. If there's nothing that
Not
can
a
trick,
whore.
the brag voice.
But, I mean,
not a whore.
what's the quickest way to get black people mad? Talk about slavery and shit. Like, this the quickest way to get a bunch of black people and white sympathizers
So you know what?
mad
So you
is
know
to,
what?
is to
You be
make
real about
comments.
it. Let's talk about it. Let's be real about it. So if he's doing all that publicity, when is the album coming out?
He has an album coming out.
He has 5 coming out.
5.
Yeah, he just packed up and moved to Arkansas, some A state.
Arkansas.
Yes, he's supposed to be there temporarily,
Arkansas.
and he's finished Arkansas, Arizona.
Alabama,
I think it's
what-
probably
it was in the west-
Arizona.
it was in the west.
I don't see him going to Arkansas.
Okay, then we're gonna say Arizona.
Arkansas.
I have a friend who said that's okay, but yeah, he moving to say Arizona, and he's supposed to be working on the finishing touches of these last 5 albums that he has coming out.
I know Tiana Taylor's album comes
he-
out June 22nd,
Seriously? Which-
and he produced her album.
Is she dancing on the album? I'm just saying.
I'm sure she is. I'm sure she's
So,
dancing.
so
That's
he's.
what she.
is
I
he
love
gonna-
me. I love.
Is he gonna do
Tiana.
like a
I love
Marvel
her.
Universe release for him? Like it's gonna be a story and all you gotta get.
Don't let it be no bullshit
5
like
and all.
that.
It's Kanye. It's gonna be bullshit.
Okay, why? You,
He gonna have Kim on there rapping. He gonna have Kylie DJ.
Nigga, wait. I think I fell out of frame. My still in frame. Wait, hold on. I'm back. That's the best shit I've heard all week about this bullshit. That's hilarious.
I can't.
What?
Look down. You okay?
Wow. You want some toddy? Get some toddy.
Mhm.
What? Wow.
I had it was in my mouth, but I was laughing too hard. I couldn't swallow.
I can't with
Oh
him.
my
I'm
gosh.
just. I
How many
can't.
times
She
have that?
said Kim gonna be rapping and Kylie gonna be DJing. Oh,
And
wasn't
Crash
ready.
said she couldn't swallow.
I don't do that.
I don't.
I let it go. I just can't. I can't with Kanye. I
You're
can't
stupid.
with Kanye.
You stupid.
I'm just done with him. He's not a genius. Somebody
So was 400 years of slavery? Was it a choice? Did our ancestors choose to just stay
if
there?
it's a choice, I choose.
Yo,
I choose
the
I
memes
choose
have
to put
been
him in-
hilarious, son.
Yeah.
I love the Django one when it was like shit. I forgot to check the no slavery box.
Oh
Yo,
no, the one with Harriet Tubman called and was like,
I missed 3 calls from Harriet Tubman. And
I
she
missed
said
3
he-
calls. She's
and
and you
fine.
got to get to New York, sitting on the joint, smoking a cigarette, like, woo, suffering. I mean,
I
you got
have
3
not
missed calls from Harriet Tubman.
Well, if
Going,
slavery is a choice, I choose to put him back in.
oh, damn.
I mean,
Wow.
if we choosing
he is a slave though. He's and then
No,
he
unpaid.
said he got liposuction
for us,
so that people
for
wouldn't
us.
talk about him being fat. Like who gives a fuck? And then he got addicted to opioids. Like, dude, you got a lot
For
going
what?
on.
He don't play no sports?
For the pain from the
lipo.
You know they give you that shit.
And it's our fault because he got lipo.
I'm on an opioid right now from my situation. They give them to you like bloop, bloop, bloop.
I'd rather so it's not an epidemic. They prescribe.
No, it's
Thank you.
but that's why it's an epidemic because of this.
Was it?
Crime. Yeah,
So is
Big
it-
Farm did that. Big Farm created that whole situation, but we ain't going down that road today.
Right, cool. So,
I think Kylie go sit with his mother-in-law, father-in-law, his mother-in-law with a penis.
what
and
I
go have a conversation.
Wow, his mom, dad,
His mother-in-law with a penis.
his mom, dad, his mom, dad-in-law. His
But
mom,
here's the
dad-in-law.
thing, y'all.
What he
I just
said
think it's about attention. I just
No,
do.
it is.
I just do.
It is.
Because when he
I can't
said
take
what he
this
said
shit
about
seriously.
Bob Barack,
What?
said Bob Barack, with the whole
Barack?
thing.
About Barack.
That's what I said.
I didn't understand what he said.
Barack.
My bad.
He has a song with T.I. And
When
the
he
opening
said-
line of the song.
Because he ain't do
Yeah.
nothing about Chicago, blah blah whatever. On his home presidency, it's still about Chicago. He from Chicago. I'm
But
like,
my
yeah,
thing is, what the fuck did you do?
right.
Like now he's trying to do
And-
stuff
and
in
what is
Chicago,
that-
but what the fuck did you do?
What- that's some state stuff, right?
He got his rights. He got his ragged ass about Chicago. That's what he did for Chicago. I'm over
But-
Kanye. I don't see a purpose to him
Now,
in the music industry in the United States.
And here's my end of the conversation about the whole with Kanye's riff or what he said about our former president. And I was
He's
like,
still
wait,
my current president. It's like, okay.
former?
He's my current.
Your current? We still gonna
She's
we
still
gonna
claiming
live?
Obama.
We gonna live there? All right, that's fine. I ain't mad at you. Is he the? Is
he the
Is he
president
the
of
Black
Wakanda?
Panther? Is he the Black Panther?
Okay.
Barack's the new Black Panther. According to me. But my whole thing was, I was like, hey, we had presidents when the nation's capital was the main place you could go and get killed. Remember?
When it was the murder capital. Yeah,
I lived there for 22 years.
Yeah.
But we were bringing, like, people were coming here on purpose to live here, to run the country, where you could die. We died every day. Every day. Not every day?
Every
day.
day.
Every day.
Every day.
And
gotta get that DC in it.
and the president lived here,
They did.
downtown,
I mean, hell, as a kid,
where people got robbed and shot.
But I remember as a kid going down to
Remember
the
you,
White
used to be able,
House.
remember you used to be able to take the bus past the White House and
X2?
shit? You could walk up to it.
X2.
Yeah.
Lafayette
Oh yeah,
Square.
you know what? But you know what?
Now they some old bitch.
You could walk in front of the White House and everything while people was dying here.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like that was
People
back in
dying
the
here. You
day
go in front of the
when
White House.
DC was the murder capital.
But I
But
remember
what-
as a child
I'm
going
just,
past
how
the
did we
White
get
House,
how did we get on this?
and there was homeless people sleeping outside
That was
the
my
White
fault.
House.
Yeah, they
Oh.
yeah they
It was
were.
my fault. And
Yeah,
somebody-
right there in
somebody
Lafayette
president.
Park. They used to be
Yeah.
camped out at Lafayette Park. Yeah. My thing is this. This is my, like I said, I can't spend energy. He has a new, from my understanding, he has a new clothing line. Like he's, his new season of Yeezy, whatever, is coming out. He's got albums coming out. Tiana Taylor album is
that's
dropping.
right. He did a
So
tweet
he's
'cause
got all
somebody
this.
submitted something that wasn't their own work. That was a tweet that he put out.
I don't know, but he's got all this shit coming out, and all this is
I
attention.
just followed him
Is
so I could
about
laugh at the memes. I just followed him on Twitter so I
Who,
could laugh at the
who
memes.
provides the fabric for his clothes, Hefty or Glad?
Is that a review? I think that was a review. Is that a review? I think that was a review.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hefty or Glad. We had the Missy Elliott Superfly video. Doom.
I
Doom.
can't stand.
Doom. That's how you feel. That's how you feel making his clothes. He going back to the 90s. So
Against my window.
Remember She by Sheree? I was calling that shit by
Them
Sheree.
joggers. You know what? Oh shit! It was on the Shade Room. She actually is trying to come out with some joggers, y'all.
Wait.
She was like, you won't make me a joke.
Shit by
Wait.
Sheree.
I mean, I'm
Wait,
just saying.
what? Who?
I'm gonna buy your joggers, Sheree, girl. Make them shits in 2XL, and
Shit.
I got you, boo.
Shit.
I got you.
Shit. Make
I'll
that
buy
shit.
one, damn it.
Shit by Sheree.
She called it she by Sheree. That was
I'ma
some
buy
shit
a
by
jogger.
Sheree.
That's some shit.
Now, when you say joggers, she's talking about sweatsuits.
Is that regular shit or is that
I buy your
shit?
sweatsuit, boo.
Mm.
Is that
to
a
go
regular
work
shit
out
or is that
in.
Bama shit?
It's
It's
gonna
that
be some
Bama
Bama
shit.
shit.
Because
Bama shit,
how do you
okay.
have a fashion show with no fashion?
Oh, what?
And then she gonna say,
So it's
that's
a
not
show.
what you do. It was a pictorial.
It was a wish list. She had like the sketches
Like
of
like
the
that
shit.
like the Amazon checkout. Put it on your wish list.
Right, right. Like we go
Is
to
that even
Amazon.
real? Okay, Amazon.
Right, you go on Amazon and be like, what's that?
Is that the real
wish
shit? But no,
list?
it's on my wish list. I wish that shit was good.
Oh,
I wish that shit was here.
I wish. Oh, wow.
but she got plenty of time to work on her. Her just got fired, so she had time to work on it
back
now.
then.
Wait, who we talking about?
Sheree.
We don't Sheree. You don't know
Whitfield.
Real Housewives of
Of
Atlanta.
Atlanta,
You don't know
yeah.
who this
Oh,
is.
hell no, I don't know.
She's the
Wait,
only getting
no,
off again.
wait. I saw the after show thing. Which one is she? What outfit she on?
I don't even remember. She
Like,
on
what
the
side?
red.
What side of the couch is she on?
So
She's on that side.
yeah,
of the
you're
couch,
facing
on the
TV.
end.
She's on the right.
On the right.
Side.
She the one with actual husband.
No,
No.
that's Nene with actual husband.
Husband.
Nene, Candy have actual husbands.
All right, so the
Kenya now. Kenya has a husband now.
Allegedly.
Wait, is she the one that's is she the one with the dude that's just out of jail?
That's
He's still-
Sheree.
he's
That's the
still-
one he
he's
didn't get out of
still
jail, but that's her.
Yeah.
She's dating a dude in jail. That's Sheree.
Oh, okay, all right. Ha! Got you.
Yeah.
She's stupid.
Shit by Sheree.
So
Got it.
yeah, I'm gonna buy your jogger. Girl, I'm gonna buy
your.
your jogger, boo. I'm gonna buy your jogger.
I'm not gonna. If the shit cute, I buy it, but I don't think the shit gonna be cute. I don't think she gonna have that fabric.
I'm gonna buy
that
it just to
material.
support her.
Hey, you know what?
Because
You know what? I need one to make a thug jumper so I can have some fashion this summer. I'm tired of the plaids.
I'm about to make some brown paper bag work. I'm gonna call the Kanye Easy Breezy line.
Outside of football season, you can't wear
The brown paper bag.
you can't wear a brown paper bag outside of football season.
she gonna be wearing a brown paper bag this year because her team is gonna suck.
Oh motherfuckers! You see how they did that shit? Oh, okay.
Damn, that was smooth as shit.
Okay.
That was a good one, wasn't it? That was a good one. I got that one in there.
I got it. You got to admit that was good.
People, for those who listen to the audio, they hear high fiving on some shit. You see? You see?
Oh.
All I'm saying is,
I'll have to sit between Figure Frack next
all
time.
I'm saying is, we didn't
Why
get
you
all the
sit
way
between
to.
us?
I don't even know how we got the football
I
season.
know.
You probably should be between us,
I should.
especially with the.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah.
Between us,
Next time.
she's not even drinking.
I am drinking.
She
Well,
drinking
no,
the
I'm
top-
not, you're right. I'm not. I'm not drinking. No, I'm not.
I done had like 5. I might have to buy her another bottle when I leave for next time we.
You know, Jack is always available at my house.
Sponsored by On the Memory. Hopefully one day.
A sponsor. That would be
One
great.
day.
And we could become a.
Please.
Jack Daniels one day. Trust
Yes.
me, we love you.
Yes, we do.
Love all of you.
That's all I drink, boo.
During this, I got like 5 T-shirts. I got all my flasks and everything from the Jack Daniels website.
Do you have? Speaking of which, do you have one of my flasks? I think you
No.
might. I think you do.
No, I think I don't. How?
We'll
Wait,
discuss that off camera.
Can
I mean, we can talk about it now. I know I don't have. Look, I know all my.
Actually, I think I
alcohol-
know. Actually, I do think I know where the flask is, and I'll never get it back because of where it is.
Right, and not
$2
in my house.
shit, knock,
I'll never get it back.
knock on the door with the fofo. Get your shit.
No, you need to go get your shit.
I know.
I'm sorry.
And
Woo,
that just got
stop,
personal.
pause,
as
moving on.
hell.
Yeah,
Just
that's
a
got
whole-
personal. That got personal. That got
That's
personal.
a back.
We had to go too far back.
Yeah,
to
we're not even
explain
going
that
to
to the
attend that.
people.
Yeah,
All
no,
right,
we won't. We won't explain that one. All right. So, all right, I think we've done that one. So I don't know if you guys have heard this, so I'm gonna share it with
I'm
you.
going with no.
DJ
I'm going with no.
DJ Khaled in an interview earlier this week spoke on. Now, how they got to this subject, I don't know, but he made the statement that he does not. She got her headphones on. Okay. He does not perform oral sex on his wife. He said
Okay.
that he believes that it's a man's job to take care of the house and provide, and it's the woman's job to take care of the house and provide in the other way, and that is something she should do, but that is not something, and he does not reciprocate. But he expects her to do it. He does not
He can
reciprocate.
expect all he wants. Okay. Okay. First of all, I don't understand why he felt the need to bring that to the radio.
I saw the interview and I still don't know, but it was the Breakfast
That's
Club.
fine.
You know, they be asking all, they be getting some all
I
kinds
don't
of shit.
understand why he felt the need to bring it to the Breakfast Club, the lunch buffet, the dinner early
The lunch
special.
Say
buffet.
the lunch
The
buffet.
A buffet. Not the buffet.
Not the buffet.
Not the
But the
buffet.
buffet.
Not the
Buffet.
buffet, but the
Okay.
That's
buffet.
extra special.
I don't understand why he felt the need to bring that up.
I don't
One.
either.
Two, if that's what she agreed with, I honestly don't have a problem with it.
She's clearly cool with it. They've been together forever. They got a baby.
Like,
So I mean,
that had to come before they got married.
yeah, I have more
it had to come up the second time they had sex.
I have more of an issue of
I'm gonna
him.
give you a pass the first time.
But I have an issue of
At least we're clear on that.
I have more of an issue of
You got
him
one shot
bringing it out
to not
than
do it.
him
Right.
saying it. But I'll say this: but there are plenty of women who say, "Men, you cool all on me all day, but I'm not going to reciprocate on you."
And again, I think you're right. I agree with you. That is a personal thing between you and the person that you're
dated a
dating.
girl, she wasn't cool with her. Like, she really didn't.
You said what?
I actually dated a girl. She wasn't really like into getting oral sex.
Really? She didn't want it? I mean, but that's what I'm saying. It's all about
Yes,
what makes you
yeah.
feel good and what doesn't.
Like, trust me, I asked. Like, no nigga you ever fuck ever went down like I because it didn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense to me. That my thing is this, like you said, I agree with what you saying. That is
I'm
clearly,
like, you
first of all,
because I was like,
that's
you
not
like the way
something.
I did it, or just like
Yeah,
you,
and that's the
and you
thing.
were just like,
And
fuck
that's
it,
the thing, you
don't
need
ever
to
have, you
know.
don't have to do it no more.
Right.
Like, I quit.
Right.
Exactly. You
Don't
need to
touch
know
it no
whether it
more.
was me or whether it was the actual.
But she
act.
was just
Yeah,
like,
that was a
nah,
good question.
I'm just, whatever. And
Okay.
it really didn't make sense because she was chanting
So the question
on the other
is,
side.
the
So
question
it's
is, would
just
she be
like,
cool
wow.
with it if DJ Khaled was broke? Would she be cool with it?
Now we're getting into speculation.
I mean, well, why are we here?
My
Why are
answer
we
would be like,
here?
no.
No, because again, I think there are everyday people who just, everybody. Some people into a 69, some people 68. I owe you one. I mean, it just depends on how you feel. I just.
Some
I ain't
people.
heard that since 96.
Yeah, it's been a
97?
minute. It's been a minute, but it's cool.
That's what
though.
I'm with
It's
you.
cool. I mean, we were talking about
I mean,
Scott pages a minute ago too.
Right.
So
What?
Right.
Wow, we went all the way in.
But I mean, when I saw the interview, like I said, my first thing was, why the fuck are they even talking about it? But then I was like, yo, that ain't cool.
I just
But
think,
again, it's not cool for me. For me.
I just think
But if
one,
she's cool with it,
as an adult male, you're
I
not
don't
in
like
high
it.
school. You don't need bragging rights. You shouldn't have talked
I
about
never,
it.
I
And
never.
two, then you talk about with your wife.
and then what's the face asked him? Charlamagne was like, "Is like you tried it and you didn't like it, or you've never done it?" And Khaled was like, "No, no, no." So that's not he's never even tried it. Like that's just something he's never done.
Wait, Khaled, where is he from?
I think he's born in America, but he's of Pakistani descent,
No,
I believe.
no. Where is you really from?
No,
No.
No, I think he's from Pakistani descent. I
His
believe his roots, yeah.
Like,
But I believe he was born in Miami. But if not, he's lived in Miami his whole life.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think this is a thing that somebody to talk about. That's how I feel about it. I don't know.
The Rock, Dwayne Johnson speaks out after DJ Khaled says he doesn't perform oral.
What Rock got to do with
And
it?
what did Dwayne Johnson say?
Right.
With his new movie that's out right now.
Right. What
Rampage.
Rampage.
He always has a new movie out.
Go see it. And he's got
It's
plenty
good.
more coming.
Was it good?
I have no idea.
So
Oh, you
why-
said go see. That's what you just saw.
Yeah. I
Right,
think-
look, I'm plugging everybody. What the hell? I mean, come
I
on.
don't-
One day he might be here.
I don't
bullshitting
want
around
to
with
see
us.
it, but the next movie what's the next movie coming out that I want to see?
It was a good arcade game. You gotta go see it.
Okay, so he tweeted out. He said.
The Rock.
It's funny he had to laugh.
And he
first.
put in there, clear his throat. He went, clear his throat. As a man, I take great pride
Oh.
in mastering all performances. This is probably a little TMI.
I think it might be, but tell
I
me,
will now
boo.
quietly excuse myself from this fun thread. And he left it at that.
Well, then basically what The Rock is letting you know is he throws it down. with
Basically,
his
you
tongue
about
game
that-
in
you
the
about that
middle.
bullshit.
That's what he said.
Right.
That's all. I'm like, I don't know. It's just something like I don't even know. That's not even like.
So
deep.
as a man, would you be cool to be in a relationship like that?
I mean, if she didn't want it.
That's not, well, okay, I guess that's true. I know I wouldn't.
I mean, I don't.
That wouldn't be me.
I mean-
Palestinian parents.
Palestine.
I mean,
okay,
I do know. I mean, I'm sorry because I'm like, if you can't get ahead, I don't even know why
Well,
we
you
even
know what?
talking.
He said, it says here. He describes himself
Oh,
as an devout Muslim.
This is the end of the relationship.
It could be
No, it ain't no Muslim thing.
They get devout these.
No. See,
They say I don't eat pork.
Oh.
and moving on.
And on that note, we're going to move on to the next topic.
Who's the next person on your list?
The next topic is, are we
You
any
skipping
closer?
6?
It's the
We
same one
already
as
talked
one.
about
I know. I just want.
Anyway, are we any closer to impeaching? I feel like Rudy Giuliani. I'm going to give a shout out to Rudy Giuliani. Thank you so much for helping once again connect Trump to the Stormy Daniels hush money, which further continues to show that you've lied to the American public. What about his doctor, his old doctor
but
saying that he
he about to get the
dictated
facts
his
straight?
own letter?
Yes.
But isn't he about to get the facts straight, though? I thought Rudy was getting the facts straight, getting his own facts straight.
But he didn't already... See, here's the thing. He's already publicly made these statements. Evidence,
What?
you know what I'm saying? Evidence number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, 10, 20.
You know what? I'll put this cup down before we start talking about this.
Okay.
Go ahead.
They down now.
I was just, I don't know.
I'm just like we try not to do a lot of Trump conversations, but
You
I
keep saying
think
this man's name,
that...
Agent Orange,
Okay.
Twitter in chief.
But the only reason why I bring him up today because I just feel like he's shook. I feel like we're getting closer and closer to, like I said, he won't get impeached. If he gets impeached, it won't be until after the midterms. But I think we're getting closer and closer to that being a possibility.
Like impeached, fully impeached, like kicked out of office.
Mm-hmm.
Skull dragged out.
What's the alternative?
That's a lot harder. I don't know.
They should drag him.
The problem is if he gets impeached, then Pence
What's the alternative?
becomes president, and he's a bitch too. So I don't know what's wrong with my throat.
Let me clear my throat.
Hey,
Have mercy, babe. If you don't mind.
let me clear my throat. All right.
I guess we from DC. I think we from DC.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, y'all. I guess we really don't give a fuck about Trump, do we?
No.
We don't really give a fuck.
I mean, I don't look. I mean, to be clear, I have devout Republicans and Democrats on my timeline and all my feeds.
Me too.
Devoted. They don't talk to me. Neither one of them.
Cause you're an ass.
Well, I think we covered that.
But I'm saying, is that why they don't talk to you? Cause you're an ass.
No, because I make them feel like. I mean, I show them how full of shit they are. Because anybody that's really devoted to one side or the other is full of shit. Like, you're not living in reality.
My thing is, you have to admit when shit is wrong or when it's bad, it's wrong and it's bad. Like, you can't keep making excuses for bad behavior. With that being said, if this were anybody else, forget about it even being Obama. If this were Bush, if this were Clinton, this nigga would have been impeached 50 years ago. Like, come on. Like, I just don't know.
Reagan wouldn't even got elected.
Hell no. Where are we as a society now where this shit is just okay and people it's so normalized? Like, I'm so tired of it.
What was that saying about politics? And I think we're at the I don't know, what do you call it? The epicenter or the whatever.
The crooks,
whatever. However you put it up. Politics is just a popularity contest for other people.
I never heard that.
Yeah, it's just something that's because it's like everybody wants their 15 minutes,
right? And that's
everybody wants to be a part of. Like, look, here's the thing. Everybody, like all of the people that talk to me, these friends, the people I know personally, they on one side of the spectrum or the other, and I'm like, you're all full of shit, equally full of shit. Because if you look at it from, look at a person from people's standpoint. Generally, we talking about the government, the federal government, which is supposed to be across the board. This was best for the entire country.
Bullshit, but yeah, that's what it's supposed
to be.
No, that's what it's supposed to be. Yeah.
For the entire country. But people argue stuff down based on what they feel personally. But I'm like, okay, you're good with this. You're still getting fucked by the other 75% of shit that you're not even paying attention to. Okay, as long as this is okay with you. And everybody does it. Everybody does it. All these left-wing nuts and right-wing nuts. Left and right, they all do it. And I'm like, this is retarded. And it's not...
We're not supposed to say that word anymore.
We have the National Association for Retarded Persons.
Can I keep talking? I don't even understand.
I'm sorry. I was just saying we're not supposed to say retarded. My bad.
Well, I can't say midget or chingy.
Go ahead. Please finish. Please finish.
But I'm just. I mean, it's like if you're a regular person, you really want to improve things. It's like we forgot that we're supposed to all be in the whole thing together for real.
Well, politicians...
And it's like nobody wants to do that no more.
Well, the problem is...
But it's people. We allow that shit to happen.
I agree. The problem is everybody's so concerned about special interests and nobody's concerned about who they're really supposed to be representing. I get it. And I agree. And I don't know how to fix it. Like, I know the idealism of how to fix it, and that's what Obama really wanted to do. And then he got in office and realized, fuck, I can't do that. Like, they're not going to let me do it.
That's why
Right.
Thanos gonna win.
But it was
That's
like,
why
but,
who?
but
Thanos gonna win.
Thanos. Oh, wait, is he? What is he going for governor
He
somewhere?
gonna wipe half.
Well,
of us out.
Thanos already won. He killed everybody.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, I'm sorry. Damn. Well, this been out. It's been out a week.
I mean, if you ain't seen it by now, shame on you.
It's been out a week.
I feel
I'm
like
just saying.
that's what George Bush said.
I
Shame
won't say
on
nothing
you.
else. I won't say nothing else though. But damn,
But you didn't say who, so you're good.
you're right. I didn't say who.
Right, I didn't say who. She still cursed me out, even though you know what I'm saying.
I didn't curse you out.
I mean, really, watch the replay on the last
I didn't
on our
curse you
YouTube
out.
on our YouTube
I
channel
was upset.
of the Infinity War review.
And then look, y'all. If you
It was being
saw,
heard in my car.
if you saw the recap
And-
of the video, you
And
took.
Meek pointed out we had a car seat in the back, and we went to a superhero movie, and they bring no kids.
Yeah, somebody brought that up. But
It
look,
was hilarious. But
if you saw the recap of the video, you watching this video, he has the nerve to come in here in an Incredible Hulk shirt. Did you think he bought me one? Hell to the nah. He didn't bring me shit.
I mean, I bought this shirt in '86.
You did not buy that shirt. Nate.
I don't even understand why we're still talking about this.
Whatever. All I'm saying is you could have picked up a 2X for your sister. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, you know, I didn't know
That's
Hulk
all
was your
I'm saying.
favorite at the time when I bought it. This was
That's
like
all
2
I'm saying.
years
That's
ago.
all I wanted.
I wasn't
That's all I
invited.
want.
I
Little love
wasn't
and
even
respect.
invited on the podcast.
Well, I have a birthday
when I
coming
bought
up.
this shirt.
I have a birthday coming up.
Do you?
So yes, I do. So
Really?
make it happen.
When is it?
July. Make it happen. You got 2
July.
months.
Wait, hold on. What day? Because it might be at the family reunion. I might not be able to get it.
I don't care when I get it.
I mean,
July.
You can click a shit from anywhere.
I'm about to say, and Meek knows that
You
I
didn't
celebrate the whole month of
You
my
didn't
birthday.
even use the last gift I gave you. How many times you used the
Speaking-
stamp? Oh, for the kids? What is it? You serious? That I gave you the stamp?
I've used it actually. I actually have used it. See, you thought I haven't used it. I actually have.
I
used
need to
that
see a
thing.
picture. It's not on camera. It ain't real.
I have used it. You got to be careful who you use that with. Some people are sensitive. They can't take a joke. Yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna wrap this up.
So you should kill yourself then if you can't take a joke. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you shouldn't. Saying that.
What?
Can't tell people to kill themselves.
You can't take a joke?
But
Mink.
I mean, if you can't laugh, why?
why are you here?
Right. I take abuse all the time. I laugh with it.
You do take abuse. You're an asshole. That's what assholes do.
And if I can't get it back, it's no point in me being an asshole. That's what I'm saying.
That's the fun of it. Piss people off. That's what he's saying.
We're gonna wrap this up because y'all.
We're having
are
fun though. We're having fun.
I'm having a ball.
It's
But
finally getting good now.
Right,
That
she always want to cut us off. You see how she do it?
she
Mind control.
like we got to worry about the
conspiracy
FCC or something. We're not even on the regular.
Right.
regular shit.
Right.
What the fuck?
so the FCC won't let me be.
This is the time we're supposed to be having fun.
theory. Right.
Well, I have hit my agenda. So I mean, what do you want to talk about? I've hit my.
Yeah,
agenda.
okay, so-
What
My
else
agenda
happened?
is-
What else happened?
You don't know none of the shit that I bring up. So why does it matter?
Because he never tells me ahead of time. Ever. I got to be the dumbass.
I didn't think I had
when
to tell you
come
ahead of time that Kanye said that 400 years of slavery was a choice. My
Okay,
bad.
that's
I didn't
one
think you'd
thing
do
on
that.
it. You
I
know
didn't
what?
think
I don't.
You tweeted about it. You
I
tweeted
did.
about Bill Cosby. You tweeted about R. Kelly. I
Right.
thought you knew all of that shit.
But not all 6. Like the way you wanted to talk about it. That's all I'm saying.
The way. Okay.
But I show up here.
You do. You show up.
Because, you know.
All right, so I think we're gonna invite we're gonna invite Steve back
Okay.
We'll have Steve
you know,
back.
it's all good.
on the
Make
next.
sure he get his hair done before he comes down.
I mean, for real, though. Because he can't mess up the symmetry
Yeah, he came at
of the whole. I mean, I'm just saying, though.
You know what? I do want to talk
What
about
else
something.
happened?
Go
Go
okay.
ahead.
I'm a little afraid.
No, it's somewhat serious. Something that is not really political, but it affects us.
Okay.
And I noticed in this area,
We had enough political. Go ahead.
Yeah.
yeah.
Impeach Trump done.
But
That's it.
it starts one way to kind of
And I'm holding a
spiral
bottle
to
of liquor
something
like
else.
it's a baby in my lap, though.
It's about so there's
It's
been a
not
lot of
even mine.
issues going on, and with fighting and stuff
listening,
in
I'm
the
sorry.
school system.
Okay.
Okay.
And where I live, the people are complaining about the unfair suspension of some and not of others. How where like there was
Please elaborate on this. Or they suspended the
so-
ones that won is the one that lost.
Well, it was a lady who lives in my county. Her daughter got into a fight. To kind of sum it up, an unknown girl approached her daughter because she didn't like the way her daughter was dressed and because her daughter was quiet. So she approached the girl verbally at first. When the girl didn't react to it, the girl grabbed her daughter and started swinging her around in the hallway.
What?
Yes, in the hallway in front of 2 or 3 male administrators. And they kind of stood there like, hey, don't fight. And then it wasn't until 2 female administrators, one who was pregnant, came up and broke the fight up, that the fight ended. The lady who's telling the story, her daughter wound up with some nails broken off, hair pulled out, a busted lip, and I think maybe damage to her teeth or something, or one tooth or something. So she went to the school administrator to get it, fixed or something, or whatever, something like relief. And she went to the resource officer, the counselor, the principal, on up to the school board, and everybody kind of pushed her off. So she finally put the video on Fox 5 News. Well, she gave it to them and they released it.
How'd you get the video? Somebody recorded it and they gave it to her?
Yes.
They're always recording. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
No,
especially in a school.
Yeah.
And you know what else they know how to do? They know how to airdrop that shit. Yeah. So, like, if it's a fight on the 3rd floor, everybody, the whole school gets it. As long as they got it, like, on iPhone, and they airdrop that shit to each other.
I was just saying this.
Yeah, so basically,
I just thought I would just share that with everybody.
I think she pulled it off of World Star, YouTube, whatever social media it appeared on. She just...
Right. Okay.
World Star!
So, part of the reason is our current superintendent used to be principal at the school that the fight happened at. So, she's not trying to shed light on her old school. But the girl...
Sounds like horseshit, but go ahead.
The lady whose daughter got into a fight, you see it on the video, her daughter... And I don't know, actually, she's actually trying to swing back, or just because she's getting thrown around like almost like a rag doll. You see her arm swing forward. Okay. So her daughter got suspended for throwing a punch.
Why?
Okay. So, and that's where I am.
Okay, so you like why too?
Yes. So I'm like, I told my kids, if a motherfucker come up to you, roll up on you. No, I'm sorry, these my kids. Motherfucker roll up on you in school. Mm-hmm. You hands up. I don't want to fight you. Motherfucker step to you. You beat the snot out that bitch. Okay. You let me come back and deal with, because my daughter got into a fight in 5th grade. Little boy kept picking. We went through all the proper channels, the teacher, the lunch counter people, the recess monitor, all of that.
Just trainable kids?
Yes. And we went to everybody, and he kept picking on her. So I told her how to, stick it and move it, throw a shoulder in it, cock, lock, and block, kind of knock it out. Right. And the day came, she had to defend herself. She told him, I don't want to fight. He approached her. She pinned his big ass up into the corner, laid into the body, and then started slamming him, hitting him with the lunchroom door. They called me.
Nice.
I'm
just saying.
I've already heard the story, so yeah.
First thing they want to call me
and say... I heard it before too, but this is good to hear.
But they're just like, they want to suspend her. I tell her, my daughter will not be suspended. Suspended. She will not be suspended.
She won't be hung upside down like the predator victims.
And this was, my daughter's now a freshman in college, so we're talking 5th grade, so we're talking, at least 8 years ago. But even then, they were talking about her being suspended. And I said to them, we went through all the proper channels. I even told the janitor what was going on. And nobody decided to do anything. It wasn't until she tore off and whooped his ass. Then now you want to talk about he'll be coming for suspension. Right. So me being a good mother that I am. Right. So she got up on the phone. Put her on the phone. She got on the phone. She got up on the phone and she's all crying upset. I was like, calm down. You all right? She was like, yeah. I said, I got one question for you. She's like, what? I said, did you beat his ass? And she was like, yes. Okay, good. When I pick you up, we going to McDonald's. And my daughter's in school the next morning.
You give it the big kids meal?
I get her a big old supersized fry, large fry, nice old large fry.
Yeah. You get her a smoothie?
Nah, she was in the milkshakes though. Yes.
Okay. You gotta go extra.
I did. Yeah. She got a whole.
The teacher in me is just like.
But okay, because my issue is this.
Parents talking.
We went through all the proper channels, talking to everyone. She told everyone. I told everyone. Mm-hmm. Right. But then he kept picking. And my thing is, that happened back then.
The other parent took no responsibility for their kid.
Right. And the thing is, he wasn't...
Apparently they didn't love him.
He was a nuisance child. And it wasn't until she tore off and whooped his ass where now you want to call
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
no.
And my thought is that, again, was roughly, say, 8 years ago. Had we started handling bully situations even then? I mean, bullying is not nothing new.
No,
bullying was when we were in school.
Bullying ain't started.
But what I'm saying is, had you had situations...
It ain't gone nowhere. It's going to be here till
the problem nowadays with social media, there's no off button. You know, like before you would go to school, you would get bullied and you go home. Now it's on your social media. They can get to you through Facebook and Instagram. Like, it doesn't stop. But anyway, that's another conversation.
But my issue is this with the schools. First of all, stop it with this zero bullshit ass zero tolerance. That shit is bullshit because, like I told, so her principal in middle school, I explained, when she got to middle school, I explained, because her and that same boy wound up in the same school for middle school. Mm-hmm. And so I went to the school when school year first started, and I explained the situation to him. And I said, and what I'm not going to do is retaliation. I said, because now he may be a little feeling himself. He with some new kids, the old kids, oh, let's go beat your ass, whatever. I was like, so we're not going to have that. So I told him, this is what's going to happen. They get into a fight, and this is what you're not going to do. You're not going to suspend my child.
You told the principal?
I told the principal this, yes.
Okay.
Oh. In his office, yeah. What you're not going to do is suspend my child, because there's a history here, and I'm telling you what's going on. And I was like, one thing my husband and I don't do, we do not raise our children to be bullies, but we damn sure don't raise them to be a punching bag.
Right.
And that's what we
I don't raise bitches. So I don't be no punk bitch.
And that's what we're not going to have. And I told him, he was like, well,
I don't even understand why that's funny.
He's like, the whole zero tolerance thing. But my issue was this. And I explained to him this way. If you're a grown man walking down the street and another man walks up to you and punches you in the face, do you look around and see if there's somebody to save you, the police or some authority figure to get this person off of you? Or do you defend yourself?
That's why we run red lights, cops ain't around all the time.
So why are we asking these children to do
what?
But the cameras are always watching.
Yeah, that's some new shit.
But why are we asking these children to do something that we ourselves as adults cannot and will not do? That's the issue that I have. So you're telling my children, you're telling children, if someone comes up to you and approaches you they hit you or whatever the case may be, work your way out of the situation.
That's and you know what? I'm with you. It was part of the problem I had, because I got a phone call. Number one, and y'all don't know my older child. She is the one that has physically she can't get in trouble. She can't handle it. Mm-hmm. Cannot. Mm-hmm. At all. Mm-hmm. So I had to call. It wasn't even school. It was daycare, and it was kind of like she was in trouble. She basically defended herself. Mm-hmm. She actually got upset. She finally got upset. I was kind of like, and then my reaction was, I got the call. It's like, what happened? You know, it was mess where she got upset. She threw him down, blah, blah, whatever. All right. Okay. Can you come to the school? Yeah, I'll be there to pick her up when I get out of work. What do you want? What do you want from me?
Yeah, thank you.
What do you want from me?
So what I'm getting, what I'm gathering is that your frustration is with the fact that your particular, in this situation, your children were retaliating against being bullied, and they were punished or attempted to be punished for
defending themselves.
So what is in your situation? The school should have done something.
Yeah, that was
because you. But I got a problem with a couple of stories you done told me about the county that your children in. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Well, okay, so
but that was a different county though, right?
Yes, that's before
that was a different county. Yes. Okay, we ain't gonna name no names,
crazy.
but I'm saying that.
But as soon as we get
in your situation, as
soon as we get sponsors and stuff, though, we're gonna name everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? God names.
Once you make the school aware that there was an ongoing situation and you let everybody know, something should have been had. Whether it was mediation, whether it was changing schedules, like something should have been handled.
And then the thing is, when the counselor called me,
was his parents brought in?
She was a little loopy. I see why he. Yeah, I saw her in the grocery store and I rolled up on her and.
You want to heat that toddy up so you can be hot?
You know, she kind of got the deer face like.
I do need to warm this up.
Why? Why the deer? What?
But I saw him because if this is I saw him first and I was like, hey, and I called him by his whole name. He was like, I said, yeah, and so I said, you his mother? She was like, yeah. How are you? I said, oh, my daughter is, and she was like, and he got all stiff. I was like, yeah, that was my daughter. And his mother was like. Yeah, happy shopping to you too. And so she's like,
bitch.
Okay.
So did not call nobody a bitch.
But see, the thing is, when the school called me, what I found funny was because she was like, well, he's okay. And I said to her, you know, I asked shit about him. Why? Yeah, my daughter punched him in his face. Yeah, she punched him in his stomach. Yeah, she punched him in his throat. Yes. And she slammed him with the throat. The throat. And she slammed him with a big metal lunch door. Yes, she did. But no, I did not ask how he was doing. Why the fuck would I?
Well, so coming from, like I said, in your situation, that should have been handled before it even got to a level of violence.
The authority.
So I definitely understand your frustration, and I can understand why you would have the attitude you had when the school called you, because you were like, "But I've been trying to tell y'all," and da 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 da. Like, I get it.
See, I'm not always violent.
Now, in your situation, once again, it was a build up. It wasn't an automatic build. But the thing is this, though, from a school point of view, violence is violence, and there has to be. I'm not saying that the students have to be punished if they're defending themselves, because I truly believe in defending yourself. But it needs to be addressed. Something needs to happen.
How is it not noticed if somebody hits back?
Because I'm gonna say this. As the teacher, you always catch the second person. You never catch the first person. I promise you don't. It happens all the time. Because I try to tell my students, I'm like, look, I catch the same phone call. Right. I'm like, I catch the retaliation. Right. I promise you, I do.
I wasn't saying that to be accusing of the teacher. I was just saying that.
But I'm just telling you, it happens to me all the time.
Because you are a teacher, so you can just say
right, and they'll be like, but he hit me first, and the kids will be like, yeah, he did. I'm like, oh, my bad.
Okay, this is an issue.
No, I'm just saying.
And my issue is not with the teachers, because I do get you catch a second.
It's the administration that pisses me off.
Yes, and that's where my problem is, because like I told that principal that I went to go visit.
Word.
You turn around and if student A gets suspended for fighting student B, C, D, E, and F, then obviously student A is the fucking problem. Why is that bitch still in general population?
Well,
nigga, school jail.
Well, like, all right, so all right, so like real talk, we're going down a rabbit hole that could take us in a way another direction, because there's so much of the politics right now in not just public education, and education, and there's just a lot, and I can't even begin to go down that road. That's a whole nother podcast. But I understand as parents, I hear your frustration.
But just to be honest, I know. I mean, 1 and 2, they're different personalities, but they're both dicks. They're both assholes. They are in their own way.
I wonder where they got it from.
Anyway, and I know it. So if they get in trouble,
so you know your children, and I think that's part of the problem is parents.
But let me
who don't know that, or don't acknowledge it.
I know they can be trouble. For a teacher. And I know that. So my teacher's calling, like, I got your back. Right. You know, whatever. Well, they got my cell. Especially for the second one.
I appreciate you having my back.
Especially for the second one. Whew.
That's yours.
I had to roll up. I had to school. Gangster style. Kick the door in. Road Warrior style.
Not Road Warriors. Dun, dun,
yeah,
dun,
for real.
But
you know what I'm saying?
I want to know who gets that reference. But anyway, go ahead.
Maybe like 5 people that subscribe.
RB Podcast at
right at gmail.com.
But I also know that if they're actually fighting another student, I'm not sure about the second one. Jury's out, so I might have to be there, be objective when I get there. You calling about number 1? And I'm like, what? My first question is, what did they do?
Because you know your child's personality.
Because I know that kid. Now the second one, I'd be like, all right, tell me the whole story,
right, before I make judgment, because I know that kid. And there's also something called appropriate response. And so, for example, it kind of goes back to that whole like self-defense thing. How much did I have to do to get myself out of the situation? You know what I'm saying? At what point did she have to slam his head into the door?
I mean, it was his whole body, but no, but
I'm just
emotional. And
I'm not making no. I'm just saying, as an administrator, that's gonna be a question too that you think about.
I get that. Like, I guess I kind of understand administrative wise the reaction.
Because it's kind of like what you were saying about the government. The administrator has to be responsible for the whole school. As a person, as people, as a daddy. As a person, like, just me, like, a situation that built up, which is what Mick was saying, a situation that built up, and it's finally, like, she got permission to defend herself and training. Permission and training to defend herself. And I think it's a shame that parents have to feel like they gotta do that.
Like, when it broke down, it was probably, it was like pure emotion at that point. especially after the first 2 hits.
And that's what I told them.
So
I said at this point, it's gone beyond bullying. It's torment and torture. Because every single day, I've asked y'all to take our hits out the same. They were in the same class together.
I can say at least she took out her frustration on the aggressor, not everyone.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. Drop it for the people that are watching the video. Y'all drop it in them comments of how y'all feel about bullying, how schools should handle bullying, administratively how it should be handled. If you're listening to it, email us rbthepodcast@gmail.com. I want to hear what you guys have to say. There's some people who know me personally and they shoot me texts. I got a couple of texts today while we were taping this about the last episode. So y'all let me know.
What they say?
One text was about damn Avengers again, because people still feel the need to tell me the backstories of the Avengers. So one was about the Avengers and the other one was about Starbucks, about the Starbucks piece. But definitely. Yeah, but definitely let us know. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. But y'all let us know. Because, again, we have different points of view on this.
The boss is cutting us off.
Again.
It's always the woman.
Oh, really?
I can't say the man. I can't say it's the man.
It's always the woman?
Because you're not the man. The way...
I'm not a man, but I am the man.
She's HNIC.
There you go.
Right. See, I've been told.
If y'all know that reference, RB the podcast at gmail.com.
Well, I think everybody. Well, I shouldn't say it. You're right. There's some people who probably.
But you know what? I ain't gonna argue because I've been drinking her liquor this whole time.
Yeah, you have.
So I can't really talk too much shit.
Yeah, you have. Anyway, take us out, man. Take us out.
Hold on. Let's just do this.
Really? Not the bottle though.
Right.
Let's just do this.
No. This is something for your babies. If somebody sit back and try to torment and torture and bully your fucking kids, you gather them sons of bitches all the way the fuck up. I mean, I'm talking about that grandma shit, you grab them like this. And then you turn around, you look at that bitch, and you drag that motherfucker all the way around that goddamn school to the motherfucking principal's office. You look at that principal and say, my child will not. You understand me? Not motherfucking be suspended. And if they tell you that they might be, look at that bitch and go, really